GroeGolf Academy. We believe in you. Hi, welcome back. This is Dario Groe with the GroeGolf Academy. Today we're going to be talking about the load position, or it's got a lot of aliases, set position, top of backswing. It's all the same place, right? I like to call it load, how we store energy or load up the body to hit it a long ways. All right. So all right. So again, I'm going to pull up Aaron Badley. He's already here swinging away. Oops. Okay. And so I'm going to take you through those positions here. But I'm first going to get him. Okay. All right. So on the left-hand side, I'm just going to slowly bring him up to load. And then I'll pause it there. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I'm just going to talk to you about what we're looking for here. All right, or what I look for, what you should be trying to do, or where you should be trying to get to at this moment in time. Okay, and also need to mention that this is the conventional golf swing, stack and tilt. So if you have a video of him last year, you're going to see something different. Okay, where he was more over the left side. This we used to call the stack and tilt. Reverse pivot. Today they call it a stack and tilt. They got a new name for it. And it used to be frowned upon in the past. Today it's accepted as the stack and tilt. But we're going to be talking about the conventional golf swing. So the things we want to look for is a stable base. So we're braced the right side. Okay, so again I'm going to pull this back. And what I want to draw your attention to is the right side. Okay, so the right leg, there's a lot of pressure on the instep of the right foot. As you rotate, it wants to pull away, and you need to brace that foot in the backswing to make sure you can store some energy. If any of you know who Jim McLean is, he called this the X factor. Rotate the upper body as you resist the lower. Okay, so again, what we're looking for consistency and again mainly power here, because that's why we're taking the club away. Right, one of the things I like to say is if I want to hit it straight, I'd hit a putter all day, but it's not good enough. I got to also hit it out there. Okay, so what we're trying to do is store energy. All right, so again, brace the right side. Don't allow the right leg to slide away, and we're going to be able to store more energy and do it with more consistency. Okay, so there you go. You can see that he hasn't moved his right side, but if I draw your attention to the right, you'll see that his hips have rotated to the right. So now we see more of his left leg than we did initially. Okay, so that's what's happening. It's rotating, but yet still being braced. So he's not allowing this to sort of slide away. All right. Then what we're looking for, in terms of coiling the upper body, is the left shoulder over the right side of the body. So again, I'm going to pull this back. And we'll notice where his left shoulder came from. It was way out here, and now it rotates down and to the right. Well, it doesn't really rotate. The shoulder's moving down, but all he's really doing is rotating around his spine. You'll notice that his head goes nowhere. Right? So his elevation stays the same. This is very important. Okay? So as he turns, the shoulder comes down, but he doesn't get any lower. He's just rotating around a tilted axis. Or tilted arc, okay? So, right, so again, the left shoulder is behind the golf ball. The left shoulder is over the right thigh. Oops. Okay, let me just get rid of some of these lines so we don't need them. Okay, left shoulder over right thigh. And the other thing I want to see is, or I like to look for, is some extension so we increase the arc. And then we're creating this lever. Very, very important, okay? Now, the lever itself isn't storing any energy, but it's a huge power source because it allows us to time the energy that we've stored, the release, of the energy that's been stored in the body. Okay? So, if without this lever, we have a very inefficient and very weak result. We don't really hit it very far. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, so those are the things that we're looking for when we talk about the load position. Extension, get that club away from you. Get the left shoulder over the right thigh. Brace the right leg so that you can do that. And then I'm going to point out one other thing, okay? I'll talk about it here, but okay, I'm just going to plant the seed here, but really this is going to be discussed more in club delivery, okay? So where the club is. But where your hands are in relation to that golf club. And the reason I'm planting the seed now is when I work with someone, I do work on this as a result of load. I do get them to put their hand in position. What I'm looking for is that the left forearm matches the back of the left hand. And the reason we want to do that is if we have a neutral grip, when that left hand is flat or in line with the left forearm, that allows us to get the club into what we call a square position. Makes it very easy for us to deliver to the golf ball without any compensations. The less compensations that we make, obviously the more consistent we're going to be, but also the more likely we are to accelerate the golf club so it doesn't have to sort of come off out of position, sort of come back in, right? So again, this is definitely helpful, and I'm going to plant the seed here, but talk a little bit more about it later, okay? But those are the things you need to look for with respect to load. Hope that helps, and we'll see you in our next segment.